Hello. Notebook. Okay. This is going on my freaking, what is this, 4th YouTube channel, which is insane that I'm doing this to myself. But I don't know. I've always wanted to make a low effort video, like journal kind of in a way. A thing where I just I just talk, and give advice where I can, be mad about things if I want to. Nothing political or anything, just about, I want this to be about creative endeavors, that sort of thing. And hey, I hope this video being so low quality makes you think, oh my gosh, this guy has no subscribers. I just ran across something that's so niche. I need to keep watching. It looks like shit and sounds decent, but looks like shit. Okay, anyway, this also helped me get more comfortable talking on camera, because I do have a YouTube channel where I play games and stuff, which is like not on the creative side of things, but anyways, that helps me get to the camera. That's super off topic, but got water, got some Swedish fish. Yeah, I got some Swedish fish, and I think, because what I use to edit my YouTube videos is DaVinci Resolve. I think there's like a new update where it can cut out all the silences automatically, and I was like, holy crap, this is why I need to make this low effort journal thing, because then I can cut out all the dead space like that, and that would help me with some future stuff. But anyways, I have 0 subscribers on this channel, and this channel you're watching right now is my acting channel, which I just started, and I've made, by the time I release this, probably 2 monologues, but I've only posted 1 so far. But anyways, so my name is Markus Griffin, and I think I'm going to title this thing like some clickbaity thing, like, I want to do everything, period, right? Because I kind of do. I'm hopefully YouTube doesn't not like, cut it out, Marcus. Hopefully YouTube is fine with me saying this, but I'm 16 for YouTube. I'm of age. What? Okay. Hopefully YouTube is not gonna strike me down with its mighty hammer, but I'm 16. Okay, how about this? YouTube, this channel is run by my parent/guardian. But anyways, I want to do everything, pretty much. And I guess I want to do like maybe once a month a video of me talking about stuff, ranting about stuff, talking about my creative processes, not just with acting. But this is the only channel I figured it would make sense to post that sort of thing on. But give advice where I can, rant about stuff. Maybe people either who are really passionate about something creative or want to do everything like me will watch these and be like, oh, hey, dude, I've been dealing with that sort of stuff too. Here's what I do to help. Or, oh, thank you so much for helping, for your words of wisdom. Anyways, put the shit on in the background while you're doing homework or something, okay? Because this thing is I get off topic so much and I stutter a lot. So put it on in the background. This is the Markus Griffin podcast. It's like 9 p.m. so I'm not gonna be too crazy. But anyways, okay. What I do? Music, produce music with Logic Pro. You know, sorry, getting off topic already. One thing that with all the musical art, because I love music. Music is like top 5 things of all time. With all the artists that I see, like, I'm always curious, like, what DAW they use, digital audio workstation, like what they make music on, and like it's sometimes, or like what my favorite YouTubers edit on. I'm like, just reveal your sauce. What do you edit on? So I edit on DaVinci Resolve and Adobe Premiere Pro, and I record with OBS, and I make music on Logic Pro 11. Booyah. Currently, okay. So I make music, I produce music, right? I play guitar electric and acoustic. And I just started singing a bit. I don't have any actual lessons, so I'm not the best, but that's why flex pitch comes in handy very well in Logic. But self-promotion, my artist name is False Alarm with 2 S's, 1 space. Might be hard to find because there's a Weeknd song called False Alarm, but make sure there's 2 S's and you should be able to find it. But I make music, mix and master my own songs, do the vocals, do the guitar. I'm learning drums, but I haven't used drums in any of my songs yet. Like my own drums in any of my songs yet. But that's one whole beast of my creativity. Then there's the other big side, which is short films. I started making short films last year with my very, very good friend Michael. Me and Michael and I made a lot of short films together, and we write, and so music, I do all that production, instruments, singing, sort of stuff. For film, I will write stuff, I will edit short films, I will direct sometimes, which, okay, I'll get that in a moment. I will direct, I will cinematography, like camera work, I will act in it, I will next sound design if I have to, and I will compose for my films because I have the music knowledge, right? So there's that thing. And what I was talking about saying before, directing is like where I want to end up. Dude, I swear, if this stupid thing becomes like a Dax Flame, like, oh my gosh, I'm like 40 and everyone found my old acting YouTube channel and is binge watching all my stuff. Hey guys, in 2 decades when I'm famous. Directing is where I want to be at, like the climax of my career, because I want to do so many different things creatively. It doesn't make sense for me to shoot for that immediately. Like, make a career out of one of those like mini skills that I've been doing for 2 years. Then direct, write, act, compose a film, win a Grammy and Oscar, that sort of stuff, you know. Recently I was like, wait, I kind of want to do acting. Like, I have these moments where it clicks and it's like, dude, if I was an actor, being on a set, like a legit set, would be so cool. Loki would help me act better, right? That's why I'm starting this thing. And then on the other side of acting is voice acting, which I do work on Fiverr. I've gotten a couple gigs doing voice acting and also producing demo reels for other voice actors on Fiverr. So yeah, music, all of those skills. Short films, all of those skills. Acting and voice acting. And which is less of a skill, except for like it needs a lot of editing, but takes up like a good chunk of every week, even though it's not like something I'm like putting too much attention to. Like I don't know how to explain it. I'm putting a shit ton of attention to what I'm about to tell you. But it's not as important to me as these other creative things, I guess. Because I do like gaming YouTube. Like I play horror games and edit those and stuff, and it's funny, I think, in my opinion, which is all that matters. Piece of advice there. But yeah, so I'm Markus Griffin. I make music, short films, I act and voice act, and I have a gaming YouTube channel. And I'm 16, and this is like the most overwhelming and stressful 2 years of my life. And I did it all to myself, dude. But you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way, because I don't want to end up like some random frosted tip hair ice cream kid who his favorite thing is fantasy football. He has no music taste or film taste, has like a frickin' Sophie Rain TikTok girlfriend, and frickin' has nothing interesting about him except his big muscles. I don't want to end up like that, right? At my age. So I wouldn't have it any other way, but it's really stressful. And on top of that, it's so overwhelming because I want the sweetest fish. Because I put so much pressure on, like, dude, you have to make it before you're out of high school, which, like, doesn't make any sense, right? I don't have to make it before I'm out of high school. I have to make it in 15 to 20 years. Like, double how long I've been alive, right? But I put all this pressure on myself, and I feel like if I'm not doing something creative, then I'm doing something wrong. And that makes me feel bad about myself whenever I'm not doing something creative. It's something I'm trying to be better at, because over the summer, it would be like, I had like a music writer's block kind of thing over the summer, and I couldn't get anything done. And then I felt really bad about myself because I felt like I was being lazy, and then I wasn't taking care of myself. The thing is, when you're grinding so much and you don't make time to take care of yourself, it's really bad. And it's definitely something I need to get back. And I mean, I started getting fit over the summer, which, yay me. But like that's something I've been working on for a while. And I have a feeling some people relate to that. But like, gosh, it's so overwhelming wanting to do everything everywhere all at once. And there's a lot of things that I'm not going to talk about that like contribute to my anxiety. But like, this is definitely like one of the biggest things that contributes to anxiety. And it's not like I will have panic attacks, right? But it's this kind of anxiety that lasts, I don't know, it feels like it lasts forever. And I'm pretty sure that anxiety is caused mainly by this overwhelming feeling that like I have to do everything right now, and I have to be the best at everything right now. And it's not healthy, and I know it's not healthy, and I don't know otherwise how to do it. And I wonder if I could just not like 20 of these skills and only like one. Like, what if my only hobby was voice acting, and that's all I ever did, and that was all I was interested in? I would be so much farther with my grinding mindset. But no, I have to do all 20 of these skills at the same time, work on everything every week. And it's like pushing forward all of these skills like centimeter by centimeter every week. Instead of if I was just focusing on one thing, it would be inch by inch every week, if that makes sense. Like, I'd be way better at one thing way faster if it was only one thing. But now that I'm adding like a hobby every 2 months or every 6 months that I really want to do with my life, it's a lot. Anyways, in terms of what I've been doing recently, a little checkup of what I'm doing creatively. Fiverr is picking up a bit. I've gotten, I think, my 4th ever order placed today, which that's good. If this is like a consistent thing, then I might not have to get a part job while I'm in high school. It'd be frickin' sweet. I've been making a website, which that's fun. It's like a Wix. It's called Weebly, and I'm making a website on that so that I could do nets. Is something I've heard that you need to do to make a career. I know you gotta do networking to make a career, but starting a website now, and I have like tabs for each of my like filmmaking, acting, voice acting, music, photography, and I guess this could be a guide for people. Like, if you're watching this and you're my age and you want to do something creatively, like, I mean, obviously I haven't made it. I'll make it with you. How about let's do it along the way? Like the steps I'm doing to make it, right? The website, I'm planning on putting resumes for all of these things, and adding to them as I do stuff. Like, as I make short films, I'll add it to my directing resume and acting resume. As I get more voice acting gigs, add it to that resume. And then also, like, a place where I can put portfolio and demo reels for things like acting and filmmaking and voice acting. And having all of that in one place to do networking, that's going to be good. It's going to be very good. Then, let me look at my notebook. Whipping out the notebook. Literally, the first thing here was September 12th. Literally a week before today, I wrote in my notebook, which sometimes I'll write in school if I have nothing to do. To plan stuff creatively, I put start creating a website with Weebly for everything, right? And then I put what to do right now in voice acting, film, music, YouTube, So I'll just read this out to you because me and the ChatGPT might have been messaging each other, and I've just been using ChatGPT as a resource to plan things out sometimes, which I don't endorse using AI for creative things, but I do endorse it to help you organize things because life can be really overwhelming, and having it create like plans for you is pretty sweet. I haven't really used any of the plans they make me, just like I'm taking the advice and taking notes on it kind of thing. So voice acting. Right now, with my voice acting gig, it's like $10 for 100 words, which is like really cheap because I'm starting out. Obviously, if you're starting out, gotta make it cheap because you don't have any way to prove that you're good without reviews, you know. And I actually chose the right price. Like 100 is kind of where 100 words for $10 is kind of where to start for Fiverr voice acting. And the plan is once I reach 5 gigs with 5 stars, which I have 2 voice acting gigs with 5 stars right now, then I'll raise the price from 10 to 15. Once I get to like 10 gigs, I'll raise the price to $20, that sort of thing. So that way, like, you know, more money. Create a second demo reel is on there. I also want, because I'm going to do this right now, to use this talking thing to like make up plans on the spot. Like I'll plan and talk at the same time with you guys. That sounds like a lot of fun for me to do. Create a second demo reel. How about I do that once I reach that 5 gig mark? Like if I bump up price, I'll make a new refresh demo reel. And keep in mind all my different hobbies, right? So music and production, that's also like mixing, which I made my own DIY demo reel, and it sounds pretty freaking good, like music and sound effects wise. Which that's definitely an advantage. I do like how having all these creative things, like some of the stuff overlaps, like editing overlaps with short films and YouTube and social media stuff. Like social media stuff. With my gaming thing, I got post once a week on there and then post every day a fucking clip for myself and put like something on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube every day. And I post something on my TikTok and Instagram for music every day too. So it's a lot of work doing what I'm doing. But anyway, producing demo reel again. Once I get to 5 gigs, I'll do that. Consider making a new gig. I wrote that because consider making a new gig as in like maybe make a commercial demo reel instead of a character demo reel, which is what I have for voice acting. Like maybe someone needs a kid to do like a ED ad or a lame joke. No one laughed at that. And then share trailer for blank on social media, website, and using portfolio. I did like my second ever Fiverr gig was for an indie game, which isn't out yet, but I'm like voicing a trailer for it, which is pretty sweet, but that's not out yet either. So basically I'll like promote that on my website and portfolio and share it and stuff when that comes out. All right, acting. I wrote, by the end of next week, film 1 monologue. Oh yeah, Marcus, you did that goal. Pat yourself on the back. Practice and memorize for a horror film. In school, I'm doing like a horror film thing, and I haven't written the script with Michael yet, which I hopefully will do this weekend. Okay, well, oops, I forgot I wrote that. When you're proud of 3 self-tapes, make a new YouTube channel for it. I did 1 self-tape and made a new YouTube channel for it. Just too excited. Film, finish editing, documentary thing, the horror thing. Oh, and then I wrote, watch a film every 2 weeks with the intent of analyzing, taking notes. I haven't done that yet. I haven't had time to watch any movies because I've been grinding too much, well, unfortunately. But maybe I'll rewatch Whiplash this weekend and take notes on that because I love that movie. Music. So with music, I'm going to admit this. I mean, obviously I'm 16, so my music isn't going to be great yet, right? I think it's decent. I think it's really good for my age. Social media is a harsh place, obviously. I get support from my friends. And there's with music promotion, you gotta like hammer in one snippet, even like until you hate it. You gotta keep posting videos with one like 20-second clip or whatever. And I was using this one clip, one section of the music, and like half of it was positive and half of it was negative. So I was getting like half and half hate comments, positive comments, right? And then I was like, wait a minute, let me use this section of the song to promote it instead. And it's been a little bit better. So you can, just trial and error with promotions and not taking hate comments to heart, which is hard. One thing I know psychologically, even if you have like 10 positive comments and there's 1 hate comment, you're only going to focus on the 1 hate comment. You're not even going to appreciate what everyone else is saying about you, everyone glazing you. You're not going to appreciate it, which sucks. And I don't know if there's a way I can just practice not taking hate comments to heart. It's hard, and I know it's hard. I'm sorry if you're going through that too. But anyway, so wrote in my note to switch to promoting with a different snippet of the sound, which I'm like getting there. Like I'm slowly phasing out the other snippet of the song. Somebody count how many Swedish fish I'm eating, because I feel like a freaking fat. Sorry, I feel like I'm bloated. And then I put EP by the end of the school year. Actually, I take that all back. I'm not gonna make an EP by the end of the school year. I'm just gonna release singles, and I'm actually glad I'm coming to terms with that, because of all my other hobbies, I don't have time to put in effort for a full album or full EP. And I've been watching like stuff on YouTube channels about advice and stuff. I have 30 monthly listeners on Spotify right now. That's good right now. That's the best it's ever been. And I've heard from multiple places that I shouldn't make an album or EP until I have like at least 10,000 monthly, which is like, okay, great. That's perfect, actually. I will just release singles until I actually have an audience that wants to put in 40 minutes of their life into an album. So just singles. Come to terms with that if you make music. Just singles until you have it. So I gotta do that. So work on a single, because I'm promoting a single right now. I haven't had much time to work on any music for myself, which, here's another piece of advice. Find time to actually create, because a lot of what I'm doing right now is the opposite of creating. I spend maybe 20% of the time creating, which that might even be too high. And then the rest of the time editing and promoting and spending hours on social media posting and that kind of stuff like that. So make sure you find time to create. Just right before I recorded this, I actually made some music for the first time in like a couple weeks, or maybe like close to a month, because I've been promoting my new single the whole time. I'm like sick of my single at this point, because I've made like 30 reels for it. And for single promotion, the releases, like I made a visualizer, then music video 2 weeks later, and then filmed a bunch of stupid social media bullshit. But yeah, okay. And then the next entry was yesterday. Take acting class over the summer. Definitely want to do that. That's how I can put that in a resume. Acting class, that's good. Maybe next school year audition for a play or something in my school, which I'm not actually in the theater. But I think they have open auditions. Anyways, 1 monologue per week on the YouTube channel. Try to self-tape once per month. Which is like, instead of monologues, me and like my brother could like read out lines of a scene, and he'd be in the back, and we're like scene partner. Like once a month, just talking, which I'm doing right now. Take a second film class senior year. Maybe join a theater club if I want to. And then on the side, I wrote like all the classes I want to take. I'm in music theory this year, which is fun, and I think will help with music, because I do everything by ear with music, and it's gotten me pretty far. But I think some theory would help out too. All right. Then I have a bunch of stuff I need to add to my website. And here we go. Understand that you need to grow an audience before another album. Just release singles till 10K monthly at least. With my music, I started with ambient music. And then I made an album of ambient music. That's how I started. And then now I'm doing like alternative rock and experimental shit with vocal. But the stuff after, like I made 3 albums, one the ambient, and then the other 2 like instrumental stuff, which I'm not super proud of, but I'm like, it was necessary to grow into what I'm doing now. I wouldn't want to stick with ambient music the whole time. But yeah, so no more albums until I have 10K at least. Promote my single Unspoken till the end of September, so I got half a month left. And then finish another song by the end of October, and then release it. Do release timeline November. Okay, like since this is on my acting channel, before I close out for the night, talk about how I plan to do acting stuff, which this is the newest hobby path. I'm not too sure. But, you know what, one thing I do hate, which like, guys, why I sound so pretentious. Why has acting devolved into this? Like, for auditioning, all these websites are all paid to even audition for stuff, which that's stupid, right? I think that's stupid. So I guess I'm just gonna do the rest of high school, grow this YouTube channel if I can, monologue, demo reel with the monologues and short films that I make and act in, put the stuff on my website, build the demo reel, like I said, make the resume, build that resume for the rest of high school, and maybe try and do some short films in colleges too, because I know they do that. But yeah, take acting classes. I've taken an improv class before, and that was fun. But take more classes and stuff. But yeah, I think next video, if I remember, or if I can't think of anything better to do, I want to talk about perfection, which I actually kind of talked about it a good chunk of this video. But if I remember, I want to talk about perfection next video and some other stuff too. I was just all over the place. This is more of an introduction thing, but yeah, I guess if you guys want to treat this like a podcast, put it in the back and be like, holy shit, if this guy is that motivated to do it, I should be that motivated to do it. I want people to feel that way. That's so wholesome. Oh my gosh, that's so wholesome. Yeah, maybe next video I can also talk about juggling all these different things with like friends and girlfriend and school, especially. I think that's it for me for tonight. This is 32-minute recording. I'm going to test out the new DaVinci Resolve feature, see if I can cut it down to maybe like 20 minutes or something. Yeah, I'll title this thing like, I want to do everything. It's going to get so many views. But anyways, explore my work. I'm going to be the next Donald Glover. Wait, that's like such a fire like outro thingy. Just to remind everyone, I am going to be the next Donald Glover, and I'm going to be better than Donald Glover. Booyah. Bye-bye.